Hey everybody, so I just wanted to make a quick video actually expressing like my thoughts about the SAG winners because I was live streaming then. It was a long show, kind of boring show until the end. I didn't really get a chance to like really gather my thoughts and explain how this could potentially affect the race, so I just kind of wanted to go through it actually. SAG is like a fairly big deal. I don't think people can look at this and say does not matter at all. At the same time, it is certainly not predicative of the Oscars in certain categories. The acting branch is the largest in the Academy, which is still true, and SAG itself has like over like 100,000 members or something like that. Obviously, not all of them translate to the Academy, but still they're the largest branch, so you can see where the importance comes in. Let's just kind of go through the winners one by one, not including stunts because unfortunately, that doesn't have an impact on the Oscars. Let's get the easy one out the way. Supporting actress. I think most people have said this is going to be a sweep throughout, and I still have no reason to doubt that it'll be a sweep. So, I mean, congratulations, Ariana DeBose. You're probably going to win an Oscar. Let's move on. Supporting actor. So, this one is interesting because it's still between Troy Kotsur and Cody Smith-McPhee. By the way, my dad told me Troy Kotsur is from Arizona. What? Why didn't anyone let me know that? Huh? He's literally from Arizona. Now I kind of have to root for him. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of passion for the supporting actor category at the Oscars, just based on who's nominated. I don't feel insanely strongly about it. But he's from Arizona. Shit, I might have to root for him. This race is not done. This is not a done deal. Some people said Cody Smith-McPhee was going to sweep. I never bought that. And as soon as Troy Kotsur won the Oscar, I've seen some people say, oh, that's it. It's done. It's not done. Troy Kotsur might very well go all the way to win an Oscar. I'm probably leaning yes. But is this done? Is this done? No. Let's just get the one I don't like out of the way. Critics' Choice. You would think Cody Smith-McPhee would win Critics' Choice. You would think The Power of the Dog would dominate Critics' Choice, considering it has dominated a ton of the actual critic awards bodies. I'm talking like the regional critics, like, certain cities and everything. How do we know this? Because people keep track. Cody Smith-McPhee is the runaway frontrunner for the critics groups, as is Benedict Cumberbatch, as is Power of the Dog for Picture. But we all know, for whatever reason, it just doesn't end up like that. It ends up them kind of like predicting the Oscars as a whole. I know particular members of the Critics' Choice, like awards body, whatever. They don't all do that. But when there's so many critics, I guess it just ends up happening that way. So Critics' Choice is a bit of a toss-up, really. I'll be honest, I think Troy Kotsur is going to win Critics' Choice. I think it's swinging in that direction. BAFTA is more interesting. And I'm not trying to make this video like another predictions video. I'm really not. I'm just kind of gathering my thoughts here. BAFTA can go either way. If Cody Smith-McPhee has BAFTA, Troy Kotsur has SAG, it's an interesting race. Regardless, I think for now, you might have to put Troy Kotsur at number one, but regardless, it bodes well for him. All right, we're going to save probably the most interesting for last. Let's go to Best Actor. This has a easy potential to sweep in terms of if it'll happen. Who fucking knows? This does not hurt Benedict Cumberbatch, really. Like, SAG could have only helped him. I don't think anyone really predicted Benedict Cumberbatch to win SAG. This was pretty much Will Smith or Andrew Garfield's to take, and I've said it's Will Smith to lose, and until he does, I'm going to predict him. And that's what I'm going with. It is not even impossible that Will Smith wins BAFTA either. Like, it's not, because he might just win Critics' Choice, even though, like I said, Cumberbatch is like the far and away front runner in critics groups. But we all know Will Smith, regardless, I think he has solidified his position even more. We could see an upset for sure, but I don't know. It's not looking likely. All right. What we all came here for. All right, undoubtedly the most interesting race in the categories, and it was the most interesting race last year, and it is the most interesting race this year. Best Actress. Jessica Chastain, my girl, won Best Actress for The Eyes of Tammy Faye at SAG. That is fucking huge. That is huge. People just in my ear the whole time saying, man, Jessica Chastain, dude, I don't even think she's going to get nominated, and no one likes that movie. The movie came out in September. It didn't make a lot of money, and yet she hit pretty much everywhere except BAFTA. And no one hit BAFTA. So the fact that she keeps showing up was a good sign, first of all. My stance on Chastain has been, when you watch it, it is like kind of what you expect out of an Oscar-winning performance. Like, it is the most acting, it is the most transformative, it is the most baity, and yet it is really good. Obviously, you guys know she would be my actual personal pick. But it's never been exactly clear, especially when Nicole Kidman won Globe, and people started to think about it. It was like, Nicole Kidman winning actually does make a lot of sense, and it still does. I don't think anyone in this race is done. Like, no one. Even Penelope Cruz, Kristen Stewart, Olivia Colman, they're not done. I think you have to admit, though, Chastain winning SAG, she has certainly leapfrogged a lot of people if you didn't even have her at 1 or 2 already. And it'll be real interesting to see because Oscar voting still doesn't open for a while. But with Jessica Chastain, my thought was, if there was an opening for her, she will take the Oscar. That's always been in my head. I've not really said that out loud because I don't want to come off as biased just because I obviously love the performance. I don't want to be that person. But in my head, I said, if a path opened up, I think she could take it. The path has opened up. The path has opened up. And now I think she is the front runner. That does not mean she's going to win. Obviously, I don't know if I'm going to predict her yet. I might. I probably will. But regardless, we know actress is the most vulnerable race still. But SAG really, really helps. Critics' Choice could go for whoever they want. If they still perceive Nicole Kidman to be the front runner, she could win. If Jessica Chastain is the new front runner, she could win. Or they could just go with the critics' front runner, Kristen Stewart, and then who knows about that. It is still anyone's race at the end of the day with the Oscars. But I think bottom line, Jessica Chastain is in driving position to take the Oscar as of now. We'll see how things go, how things play out a little bit more, because there are some things that still kind of concern me. But as the Oscar expert said, I feel kind of gaslit because me and him had, and brother and a lot of people had the same reaction when we first saw it. We're like, holy shit, how is that not like a winning performance, just like typically what the Oscars do? And maybe we were gaslit, but Chastain in the lead. Okay, ensemble. So Coda won, and that was pretty much expected, if I'm being honest. I predicted Coda. I know a lot of people predicted Coda. There are some Don't Look Up, some Belfast. I think most people predicted Coda, and Coda won. Congratulations. I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit on Coda winning Best Picture. I tweeted about that, and a lot of people kind of, agreed with that. Coda has had a pretty good run right now. Like I said, Oscar voting doesn't start for a while, so that could benefit Coda or that could hurt it. All I'll say is, for Best Picture, Coda has 3 nominations: Screenplay, Picture, Supporting Actor. It does not have a director nomination. It does not have an editing nomination. It doesn't have a DGA nomination. I don't know the statistics on it. Like, some of you guys are just fucking Oscar gurus. I am certainly not them. Would that be like the least nominated film to win Best Picture? I don't think a movie has won Best Picture without director or editing since like the 30s, the 1930s. Now, you guys also know me. Trends are meant to be broken. We've seen just this year on Oscar nominations, a lot of trends were broken. And while I'm certainly not saying Coda winning Best Picture is impossible, it is pretty unlikely in my eyes still. And trust me, yes, I know what some people are saying. The preferential ballot. I understand how the preferential ballot works. Trust me, I do. I can't really get over the 3 nominations, no director, no editing. Like, is Coda that good? It is gonna break that record that's been up for like 90 years. It's gonna win Best Picture with 3 nominations. No below the line support, no editing, no director. It could win screenplay, I guess. I know some people are kind of down on Power of the Dog for adapted screenplay when it lost USC Scripter, even though that kind of makes sense. It's not eligible for WGA, so that's a path for Coda. And it is a very likable movie, like for sure. I have no doubt about that. Man, that would be insane if Coda won Best Picture. I don't buy it personally, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I mean, you guys can like see my ratings on Coda for Letterboxd. I'll be perfectly honest. I would be a little disappointed if Coda won Best Picture. But who knows? Anything's possible with the Oscars, as we have certainly seen. But yeah, I guess those are just my kind of quick thoughts on SAG. Let me know what you guys think as well. Do you think Coda is going to win Best Picture? I do not. Let me know what you guys think about the acting races. But yeah, Troy Kotcher's from Arizona. I probably fucking ran into him and I didn't even fucking know.